Hi there. In this tutorial, we are going to see that how can we create this circular progress bar. So let's see. I need a container, and inside that container I need my circular progress, and I need my text. So for that I need progress value and pass the progress value 50%. If I save my file, I will see the blank page. Okay, let's add some styles. At first my background color, so it will be body purple. Now let's remove little bit padding and margin which is already available in my document. So it will be the resetting. Okay, now in my container, so let's put the value, width will be 300 and height will be auto, but let's put for now 300 pixel, and the background color will be white. I save my file. Now let's put that container middle of the body, so I have to put my to work I have to pass my height, so it will be 100 VH. Now let's add little bit round, so it will be 8 pixel. Now in my progress value, progress bar, circular progress, it will be width will be 255 pixel and height no need here, and that will be auto. And this height, actually let's put the aspect ratio instead of height. It will be 1:1 and it will be rounded, so radius will be 50%. What else? Let's put little bit padding. Padding will be 20 pixel. Oops. Aspect ratio, height will be 250 pixel also. Border radius 50%. Let's the color Actually I forgot put the color, so colors here, it will be the F0F pink color. Okay, let's, what is my padding need here? Now let's put in the center again. To put the center, I have to pass the value here. Now my text is the outside of the box, so I have to put my text in the center, so I have to copy this two line again in circular. Now my text is also center. Let's style the text a little bit. It will be value, font size 3 rem, and font weight 600, and color will be, actually let's what color will be white. Too much. Now this is the basic part. So the main task will be, I have to create another circle. So let's create another circle in my circular progress. Before content will be a space, and again it will be the same style, but this time I have to no need this one. Background color will be white. Actually then text color will be invisible, so let's text color will be the F0F. Now in my this will be 100. Now I have to put this one into center, so for that let's, actually I can put this way, same style, it will be the middle of the center, but I have to put position absolute and position relative. Now I can see it is center. So now I have to replace this color with my gradient. So in my circular color, instead of color it will be image, and this will be the conic gradient. First color will be the F0F, and second color will be, what else, gray. If I save, I will see this color. So I do not need my extra, so I need a little bit portion, so I have to put the color stop. So I need 4 degree, and this one will be 0 degree. If I save my file, now I get the circle. So if I change this circle value, for example 4 degree to 50 degree, it will be take the 50 degree. So in my JavaScript I will do this motion or changing. So this was my CSS part. Actually my text is missing. That is the reason, because when we use absolute, then CSS has the contexting system, Z index. So I have to put this text into the same higher context. So for that I have to pass the position relative. Now I can see my text appears. Now in my JavaScript, I need two variables for that. So let's at first create a selector. It will be and now I have to target my this circular progress as a class, and let's put a name. And I need another one for my text, that means this value which will be changed. So the value was circular value, progress value. Now I have to circle my value, increase my value, circular value. So for that I have to, let's put a style. For that, actually I mistype circular. So circular progress dot style dot image will be this value that we put in the center, that means this value. Now if I change the value from here like 4 to 50, circular progress style background, actually it will be background image, because in JavaScript there is no escape. Now I can see that my value is changing. So instead of hard coding the value here, I will put the value inside a variable. So let's put a variable, it will be counter value. Counter will be 0 or 3 for example, and I have to put counter. If I do so, I can see my value is changing. Now I have to only change the value, this counter value. So for that I have to create a timer. It will be set timer. Actually setInterval darkar, we need setInterval. And here will be the value. For example, here I am passing on the 160 value. I will explain it little bit later. This is the delay, actually speed. So if I pass this value here and I have to change my counter value, COU counter value plus plus, actually plus plus, and if I save my file, I will see that it is increasing gradually. So now I have to, actually it is rotating and rotating, so I have to stop this rotating. So for that I have to put a condition. So if counter value is equal to 100 or actually 300, for example here is circle is 360, so my set interval will be reset. So for that let's put a timer, and timer is equal to undefined. Actually it is the index value, so 0 is okay. So I put the timer set interval value in my timer, and if this condition true, then clearInterval will be the timer index. So actually to see the action, let's change the context value, that means the progress value. It will be progress value dot text context will be the counter value. If I save my file, as soon as it reaches 360 degree, it will be stopped. Now I can see my value. Actually let's progress in after that. Now my progress is complete, but I have to show here 100, not the 360. So for that what I do, I have to, instead of 360, I have to put here 100. Now if I do so, I will see the value is 100, but it will be stopped here, so it must be 360. So for that I have to, my counter will be multiplied by 3.6, because 3.6 into 100 it will be 360. So if I save my file, now it's working. Now here is the delay section, so let's put the here. Actually it will be speed will be a second. Let's put the 2 second divided by 60. So why I am putting the 60 every time? So let's at first remove the speed value. It will be the FPS. Let's see. Actually if I remove this FPS, it's running very slowly, so I have to pass, like, let's remove 1 0. Now I can see it running in a step by step. The reason is that when any value changes, actually our browser refresh print the value 60 times per second. That if I put a lower value like 100, it will be little bit progress, but if I put the FPS, that means the 60, then it will be little bit smoother. Now I can see my speed is little bit smoother. Of course, we can solve this speed or the step value that comes step by step. We can solve that with the CSS transition. Like the transition will create a smooth animation, but we can solve this with the FPS. So let's put the FPS value again. So let's create a variable. Now it looks a little bit nicer. We already discussed that we can create the smoothness with the CSS transition. Now the FPS, if we do not use the FPS 60 degree or 60 value, or we pass any value, then lower value, it will be smoother, but it will consume our CPU lot more than the browser can print. For example, our browser print 60 times in the DOM, but if we pass value more than 60 times, for example, pass the less value which will print quicker. That means if we pass 10 millisecond or 100 millisecond, it will print very quickly. The transition or the smooth will be very smooth, or will be showing very quickly, smoothly. But the problem is that it will consume lot of CPU. So this is the safest way. So hopefully it will shows the how can I create this transition. Of course, my initial style is little bit different than this way. Actually, let's put a percentage value. Where is my value counter? It will be percentage value, like this way. Okay, hopefully it will consume.